is wrong with this thing? Now I gotta check to see if it's. Oh, let me turn this down. Let me turn this TV down. Ooh, we ain't gonna be on here long because this phone is about to die, and this is a small charger. Hi, Miss Sekhmet. Hi, Miss. Okay, we looking good. Hey, Phoenix. We are here. Okay, now let me let y'all know. I gotta go to the dollar store and get me some more glasses because these on their last leg. Look how wide they are. They starting to fall off my face and everything now. Now, if we get disconnected, it's the Wi-Fi, and I'm not coming back. So if we get disconnected, that's it. It's over. Okay. The wind is blowing, so we don't know what's gonna happen. And the Wi-Fi has been acting really weird. Um, I do have some earrings. Let me put them on. The Wi-Fi. Hold on, y'all. The Wi-Fi has been acting strange for um past couple of weeks. Just dropping and cutting off and everything. So who knows? If the Wi-Fi is cool, it's cool, and if it's not, it's not. Ah! I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming because they were feeling like they were gonna fall off. It broke. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my other one so I ain't gonna be able to see nothing. Hold on. Dang, those are my favorite ones. Cause I can't really see. I bought these and I thought these were the right prescription, but they're not. I can't see that well with these. So I'm definitely gonna have to go tomorrow and get me some more. Cause me and my husband, we don't have the same prescription. So I can't use he. I had to squint. Hey Alexis. So we're going to do some card readings today. That's really all I want to do today because it's not really that much going on like in the news and stuff. I know that they did release the autopsy reports for Gabby, so it looks like she was strangled. Um, I didn't watch the. I guess they had a live broadcast. The medical examiner did a live broadcast or something. I didn't watch that because they had already said in the title. Excuse me. They had already said in the title that she was strangled. So what else is there to watch? And it looks like the live broadcast from the medical examiner. I don't know if the whole thing was like an hour or what, but one of the ones I saw looks like the live broadcast was for an hour. And what else is it to say? Like they still haven't found Brian, so yeah. And I didn't even look at that Jelani. I didn't look at their his autopsy, and you know his mother released a statement today and said, "Hey, will y'all stop saying that all of his organs were missing because they were not missing? This y'all have to realize that this young man was found in a river. The first autopsy, I guess, said that the organs were liquefied. So if it's like, depending on how long he had been in the water, what the force of the water, animals, all kind of stuff, all of that takes a toll on a body that is in the water. So his mother did come out and say that y'all stop saying that his organs were harvested or that he was his all of his organs were missing. And I know that there was two, I guess, autopsies. Like they had like the regular medical examiner do one, and then I think the family got paid for a private autopsy. Now I don't think the results have come back from that autopsy yet, and I don't want to talk on. I don't want to speak on that because I haven't done any research. Like I don't know. Like I don't know anything about the case. All I know is that the young man was missing, and I'm not into those like missing. I'm not into like news stories of missing people, and because that stuff is depressing to me. You know what I mean? Because then start to, especially if you see the parents, I start to think about like what the mother is going through, especially when it's a black child, because you're not going to get the help. They're nowhere near. There are they going to get the media presence, the help, and everything that this Gabby case has gotten. Now they talking about, I guess, where in Teton or wherever they did this last, where they have a makeshift memorial for Gabby. They're talking about cleaning up the makeshift memorial where people have been dropping off stuff and giving all of that stuff to the family and putting a real memorial there for her. Why? What makes her death any different from all of the rest of the people that have been killed? They don't get permanent memorials. I just, that's the kind of stuff that I don't understand, and it irritates me, and I don't want to be, like that person, but it's real. What makes her death any different from anybody else? Like, why does she deserve a permanent memorial? Her life being taken is not any different from anyone else losing their life. So is he gonna get a permanent memorial at the river where they found him? No, he won't. I mean, you look at that kind of stuff and you're just like, why? What's the difference between us and them? It's irritating to me. Yeah, it is irresponsible for people, and I don't think it was people reporting that. I think it was just one of those, like, I don't know if the Shade Room had said it, but one of those like blog sites had said, and then people run with it instead of doing research and or waiting until the family releases a statement. They will just run with what they heard, even though they don't know if that's true or not. So the mother had to come out and release a statement, and she was kind of like, "Will y'all stop saying that?" Basically, and it's sad. Like, I don't even think that kind of stuff. I don't even think that kind of stuff should be public knowledge. It's not your business. Like, I wouldn't even want that type of information released about a child of mine. I don't it shouldn't be public knowledge for Gabby or anybody else how she was killed. That's not your business. We all know she's deceased. That's the only thing that matters. Why do people outside of the family and the police and the FBI and people like that need to know how she was killed? Why do we need to know that? Does that like does that change anything for you to know that she was strangled instead of stabbed or shot or mauled by a bear? Does that make it any different for you? I could see if it had been an animal attack or something. That would have been like, oh, okay, well, maybe he didn't do it. Maybe he's just an asshole and he's running away. She was actually attacked by a bear. Now, he's still an asshole because he could have at least been like, yeah, we were on this trail and this bear grabbed her and I ran, I survived, she didn't. That would have been different. But now that we, they had already said it was a homicide. So you know that she was killed. So why does it make it any different that she was strangled? It doesn't make it any different for me. Because killing someone is killing them, whether you use a weapon, your hands, or what. Poison. It's the same thing. She's still deceased. She not here. So I just don't think, to me, that tidbit of information was pertinent. I didn't need to know that. But it's plastered all over social media, like, on the Shade Room, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. So you can't help but see it. But if that was my child, like, I just wouldn't want people to know. Like, no, don't release the autopsy findings. I don't know if they asked the family first or, hey, Moth Mama. I don't know if they asked the family, is it okay? Hey, Honeybee. I don't know if they asked the family if it's okay to release that information or they feel like it's, just public information and they just go ahead and release it. I'm going to scoot you guys back just a little bit. Um, I don't know what um, the procedures are, but I just don't think we need to know that. I think something should be just for the family or, you know, just for the police and officials, and that's it. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of information they're holding in case they catch him and bring him to trial, then everything, will be brought out. And I think that's where that information should be brought out. I think all of that stuff should be brought out in trial, not just for everybody to know. Oh, I was talking about Gabby Petito because they did release um, the information that she was strangled. They released the autopsy findings today. And so they said that she was strangled. And I just, feel like I didn't need to know that because we already know she's deceased. So, like, why do we need to know um, what happened to her? Yeah, we know he did it because if he didn't do it, he wouldn't be on the run. Like there would be no reason for him to run away if he didn't do it. Even if it was an accident, he should have called for help and, got her some help. So, obviously you're guilty. And then a lot of people were really upset because the picture they keep using pictures of her and him together. Like when the media released information about her, about the strangulation, they keep posting pictures of the two of them together. And people are saying, like, why are you doing that? He killed her. So why? There are tons of pictures of Gabby by herself. So why are they still posting pictures of Gabby and Brian together? When, like these loving pictures of the two of them together, when we all know that this man did something. Well, we know now he strangled her. You can't find one picture, yeah, portraying him as her loving boyfriend. Now, I'm about to say this. If that was a black man, if a black man had killed her, they would never post any pictures of the two of them together. They would be posting her pictures, they would be posting his pictures separately. They would go back to kindergarten, every fight he had, his mama, his daddy. If his mama got a parking ticket, his mama was a lawless, nappy-headed heifer. His daddy left him. His daddy was a kid leaver. You, honey, they would have painted a horrible picture of him had he been black, and they never would have posted any pictures of them together because they would have been too busy painting him out to be that demonic black person that preyed on this, you know, innocent, beautiful white girl. But they still posting pictures of Brian like he ain't did nothing. Now, one thing I don't agree with is bothering his parents. Like leaving people alone. They at home trying to survive. Leave them alone. If y'all want to be doing your vigilante justice, and I ain't seen these many vigilantes come out in a long time. I mean, it's people doing all kind of stuff. They done finally kind of calmed down. But I mean serious vigilantes. And it's people still on social media saying stuff like, Brian, we looking for you. We who? I ain't looking for nobody. Hey, Demona, I can't see. Y'all, if I say your name wrong, my glasses broke. These are my secondary glasses and I can't see. So charge it to my eyes, not my heart. If I say your name wrong today, it's because I can't see. Okay? These glasses, I can't see as well with these as I can. This the wrong, I bought the wrong strength. So I'm definitely have to go to the dollar store tomorrow and get me some glasses. So if I say your name wrong, it's because I can't see, child. I can't see a thing. I mean, I can see, but it's not as clear as it normally is. Demona. Hey, cupcakes. So I don't know. Hey, KK. Don't say hey, KK. I don't know, y'all, but I ain't gonna worry about it. Because when they find him, of course they gonna throw the book at him because he killed America's sweetheart. And Brian said, they ain't gonna throw the book at me because you ain't gonna find me. Okay, so we gonna do some questions from the book of answers. If you have a question, you can either you we can do it like we did it the last time. If you don't want anyone to know what your question is, you could just put a question mark in the comment section, and that way I will know that you have a question. I don't have to know what your question is either. But if you don't care about your other people seeing your question, then you can put your question. Okay? So let me say this again, because y'all know how people be getting confused. If you want the book to answer your question and you don't want people to know what your question is private, put a question mark, just a question mark. That way I know you have a question that you don't want everybody to know. It's private. But if you don't care, just put your question in there. And then put a question mark after your question so I know that it's a question and you didn't just make a comment. Okay? If it's a question, put a question mark at the end. If you're just commenting, it's just a comment. But if you don't want people to know your question is private, just put a question mark. That way I know you have a question and I'll just give you the answer and you going on about your business. Okay? So let's do that. Because I don't really have anything that I really want to talk about. Uh-oh, Moth Mama. Moth Mama said, okay, I'm down. She down. She the first one. Okay, so your answer is you could find yourself unable to compromise. You could find yourself in this situation. You could find yourself unable to compromise. And that's a bad situation to be in sometimes. We want to put ourselves in positions where we can compromise. Okay? You don't always want to put yourself in a position where, okay, it ain't no compromise, ain't no way out. I can't fix this situation. I can't I can't turn around. I can't back out. I can't go forward. There's no compromise. There's no bend in this situation. It says you could. It didn't say you did. It said you could. So you don't want to do that. So whatever is going on, you need to think about it very seriously because it says you could find yourself unable to compromise. And you don't want to do that. Okay? So whatever your situation is, you need to tweak it because you don't want to get in a position where there's no bend, there's no leeway, there's no compromise. So if there's no give on the other end and it ain't no give on your end, a situation where there's no compromise is usually not good. It's a stalemate. You're not gonna win. So rethink whatever the situation is. Put your hazard lights on and kind of sit there for a minute and get your bearings. Don't just keep driving. Put your hazards on that lets the people behind you know, okay, something's going on. That gives you a chance to, pump your brakes or get over or whatever you need to do. This is one of them situations where you need to turn your hazard lights on and get over and, think about what's going on before you keep going. Okay? I hope it makes sense, gal. I like doing this. I really do. Because it gives good it gives a good answer. You know, if you really think about your situation and the answer that you get, it can really help you. Because sometimes you do really need to, okay, that makes sense. Or, yeah, I should just pull over and just wait for a minute or just pump my brakes before I just go off. That can help in a lot of situations. Okay? So, whatever your question was, just put it in there. Okay? Who is next? Hey, Dark Goddess. Phoenix. Phoenix is next. Get it in writing. So, whatever it is that you're going through, you need to make sure that you get it in writing. This ain't no handshake. You know how sometimes people will do business or whatever, and you back in the day, you used to be able to shake somebody's hand and you could trust what the other person was saying because the other person was trustworthy. People not doing that now. Get it in writing. Whatever it is, make sure you get it in writing. So when something happens, you can be like, here you go, right here. This is what you said on this date. You have it in writing. You can show them. Because, all this word of mouth sometime ain't it. You got to get it in writing. Because, you can say, well, you said so-and-so, that he say, she say stuff. That stuff don't work. But if you have it in writing, the other person can't. They can't say, oh, well, nope, that's you. That's you. You should be doing that anyway, especially when it comes to business and when it comes to relationships. Get that in writing too. Stop being everything for these men. If a man want a wife, then he needs to marry you. Get it in writing. I'm not gonna be your girlfriend and play the role of your wife. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna come over your house and cook and clean and no, that's wife status. I be watching these girls on TikTok talking about, oh, I went over to this dude's house and it was, it was like really messy and stuff, and I cleaned up his house. Girl, why? If that's how he want to live, you let him live in that filth. I'm not about to come over your house and we just met. No, if I come over your house and your house is nasty, if I step foot in your house first time coming over to your house, if I step foot in your house and your house is nasty, that is a huge red flag for me. And I don't want to hear all of that. Oh, well, maybe his mental health is this. Okay, well, then, if it is, I don't want you. Because I don't want to come into a situation where I'm going to have to be your maid, your psychiatrist, your. None of that. I don't want to do that for a man. That ain't my ministry. I want someone that is on the same level as me. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but when you come over my house for the first time, you're not going to have to step over trash and, move pizza boxes out the way. Like this young lady showed this dude's house. It was a complete mess. I mean, ironing board in the middle of the living room. The iron is sitting on top of the ironing board. Pizza boxes, water bottles, just all kind of stuff. And she was like, "Oh, I just wanted to be a good person, and I wanted to, help him out." But no, you should have did all of that shit before I got there. I'm gonna have to go home because for one thing, I have issues with bugs, and if you're not cleaning your living room, I know you ain't cleaning your bathroom. And if I stay anywhere long enough, I'm gonna have to pee. So I'm gonna go home now and leave you there by yourself. Okay? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So honey, get it in writing. If it's a relationship, get that in writing too. Don't be out here doing wife duties in you on girlfriend status. Because some of you women really believe that, oh, if I do this, that, if I cook for him, come over his house and clean up and do all of this kind of stuff, then he gonna make me wifey. No, you can do all of that. You can cook for him and everything, and he will still be out here calling other girls and getting the same stuff that he's getting from you from them. Okay? So, if y'all ain't on the same playing field from the jump off. Do that. So, girl, it says get it in writing. Okay? Who's next? Who was that? Uh, Dark Goddess. Dark Goddess is next, yeah, because I did Moth Mama, I did Phoenix. Dark Goddess. Of course. So whatever it is, it's a yes. Whatever you thought it was, it is. Whatever you have made up in your mind, it is. That's it. That's it. You got it. You hit the nail on the head. Of course. Of course, you're right. You got it. So, what you thought it was, it is. You know how sometimes we have that question in the back of our minds? We will let that little question rise up. We know we right. We know we're right. But sometimes you just get that little Am I right? You right. Whatever you thought it was, it is. It said, of course. So you definitely right. And we need to learn how to follow that anyway. That little um when we feel like we're right, when we feel in our gut, in the deepest part of who we are, that we're right, we right. We're right. And we need to turn off that little maybe we're not. Or should we? Yes, follow through. If you feel like you're right in your gut, normally you're right. And we have to learn how to, you know, go with our gut. Because normally we will get all type of little, I don't want to say clues, but spirit will be dropping little nuggets for us, and we will see them and still step over those nuggets and still be confused. Why? Spirit is like, damn, do I have to knock her over? Do she see me? I'm dropping her all kind of Easter eggs and everything, and she acting like she don't see it. She don't see me. So when spirit is giving you all of these hints and showing you that you right. And don't let nobody convince you otherwise. That's when I get mad. When somebody try to convince me that I'm wrong and I know I'm right, then I get mad at that person. Because I'm like, why are you trying to convince me that I'm wrong in this situation when I know that I'm right? I've noticed one thing, like my kids do that, in situations when they know that they're wrong and I'm trying to tell them what's right, they will kind of try to convince me that I'm wrong. And then I get mad because I know I'm right. I know I am. You're not going to convince me that I'm wrong when I know I'm right. And don't let anybody do you like that. Even if you have to stop talking to the person and be like, oh, this conversation is completely over because I know I'm right and I'm not going to allow anyone to convince me otherwise. Stick to your guns. Put your feet down and stick to your guns when you know you're right. And this is saying you are definitely right. And you know it. It's not just like you're right. This is saying you're right and you know it. You know. Okay? So kind of watch when you do things and you know you're right. Are you one of those people that will kind of allow people to convince you otherwise? Be careful with that because this is saying you know you're right. You knew it. Okay? Who else is it? My mama said this was so relevant. Actually, the more I listen to you clarify, it's about my living situation. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what to do. Okay, so I'm confused, Edna's daughter. Do you have a question and you don't want it answered, or you just I'm confused. If you have a question, let me make this clear again. If you have a question that you don't want to type in here, your question is private, just put a question mark. That way I know you have a question. If you don't care and it's not private, put your question and then put a question mark at the end so that I will know that it's not a comment, it's an actual question. Okay? So either way you choose to do it is fine with me. Okay. Okay. Edna's daughter. How long we been on here? 41 minutes. Okay. I ain't staying on too long. Okay. Edna's daughter, it says the circumstances will change very quickly. So, whatever your situation is, the circumstances are about to change real soon. You know what it is, and it's about to change. Quickly, it says. So, hopefully, this is a change for the better. And if it's not, if it's a change for the worse, if it's a bad change, it's happening. So go with it and fix it. Sometimes even bad changes happen for a reason. Sometimes we have to get nudged out of some situations for the better. You know, change. Some people have a hard time with change. I'm one of those people. I don't like change. I don't like swift change. I like, you know, to kind of glide into change. But it looks like something is about to happen and it's coming up real soon. And it's probably something that you already know. You knew this change was coming. So prepare yourself for it. You know, just get prepared. What's that saying? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. We should always be on that anyway. And I've had to, learn that change change is inevitable. There's always going to be some level of change in our lives, period. We don't want to change because we get comfortable in the situations that we're in. But we have to be flexible. Even in our comfort, we have to be flexible when things like this come up. So if something is coming, get ready, okay? Because it says it's coming quickly. So some things are about to be different for you, which I hope is a good thing, okay? And even if it's not, fix it. Move towards fixing it. Almost everything can be fixed. Good. I'm glad it's a good thing. Good. That's good. Well, you enjoy that. Who else is it? Oh, Elizabeth Gonzalez. Okay. Or is Rachel next? Let's see, Rachel. Oh, okay. No, Elizabeth Gonzalez. Okay. Ooh, you got to get it in writing too. So whatever your situation is, you got to get it in writing. And I think that's going right now. It seems like we are in one of those periods of time where there is a lot of you know a lot of stuff dealing with the courts. A lot of that is coming up. A lot of people that I know right now are going through court cases and, having to go back and forth to court and having dealings with people. And that's going to come up for us, period. When things come up in our lives, when we are having any type of financial dealings with people, you should be getting it in writing. Any type of financial dealings, any type, you should be getting those things in writing to make it clear what is going on in both situations. You should have a paper trail for everything because you can't go to court and say, well, she told me or he told me, because the judge is not going to want to hear that. That's not going to help your situation at all. He said, she said. That's street stuff. But when you're talking very serious situations, going to court, going to school, dealing with school, dealing with housing, any of that, you have to have it in writing, or it's just no good. It's not. You're gonna lose if you don't have something in writing. If you don't have your paperwork together when you go to court, you're going to lose. Okay, so get your paperwork together if it's something that you're going through with the courts, or if it's something you're going through in your relationships. Get your paperwork together and go from there. Get it in writing. Everything. Even if you take your car to the shop and they say, oh, well, this is going on. Okay, well, I need you to write down everything that you said is going on before I give you a dime. If you living in somebody's house and they say, oh, okay, well, like I saw this young lady on TikTok, and her sister was got upset with her and literally put her out. You can't trust nobody at this point. Put it in writing. You're going to let me stay here from this day to this day. How much I'm going to pay rent. If there is no rent involved, I need you to put that on the paper. Because I don't want to get to the point where you wake up mad one day and just tell me to get out. Because you ain't paying no money. And you never asked me for any money. So whatever the situation is, it don't matter who it. If it's your mama, have her put it in writing. Yeah, I'm letting Juju B stay here for 6 months. Okay, well, mama, put that in writing, because I don't want us to get to the point in 2 months you get mad at me because I left two plates in a sink, and then you want to put me out. Now that would never have happened with my mother, but I don't know what relationship you have with your friends and family because I do see a lot of people going through that. And they don't have anything in writing. They don't have any way to prove that the person said that they could live there. And so they are out of luck. And you don't want to be in that position. And if the person won't give it to you in writing, then that tells you that that's not where you should be because they about to do something crazy to you. Because if you legit, then you can say, okay, well, yeah, we'll just write this out, and I'm gonna say you pay me $300. You can stay here from this time to this time, and the time could be extended, but this is what we're gonna put for now. And put the things that you want me to do. If you want me to mow the lawn or whatever, then I need you to put that on there because I don't want you to come in 2 weeks and say, hey, I should did blah 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 blah, but you never told me that. So whatever situation you are in, whatever situation you are going through, make sure you get it in writing. And that goes for all of us. That doesn't just go for the person that asked the question. Like, this is good advice for everybody. If you're in a situation, get it in writing. Get it in writing. Okay? Where are we? We at 52 minutes. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. As a matter of fact, this is my last one. Who else is it, Phoenix? That was for Elizabeth. So Rachel, did Rachel get hers? Is Rachel still here? Because I know some people will put a question mark and then they'll go on about their business. And it's like the DMV. If I call your number and you ain't here, I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, Rachel says she here. Rachel, like, you know, at the DMV, if they call your number or Social Security, if they call your number and you don't answer, they done moved on to the next person. They only gonna call your number 2 or 3 times, and then they gonna move on. So this is Rachel July. You must act now, Rachel. Whatever is going on, you have to fix it now. This is not the time for you to be sitting around going, oh, should I? No, should I go now? Should I wait? Go now. It says you must act now. Like right now. Okay? Like when you get off of this live, whatever it is, go take care of it. And if it's something that you have to do, if it's somewhere you have to be and it's closed now, get up off your butt and go do it in the morning. Act now. Right now. Don't miss this chance. So, whatever it is fix it now. Don't wait. Cuz we do have a tendency to be like, "Oh, well maybe I can go, next no, don't wait till next week." It's saying fix it now. Act now. Right now. Fix it now. when you get off here, if it's too late to fix it today, fix it tomorrow. Do you know that I could have been had my driver's license back, but I kept thinking that, oh, they're not gonna give me my driver's license back. Oh, I'm gonna have to take this test. It's gonna be horrible. I gotta take. And do you know that the only thing that I had to do was pay $38? And I was literally stressing myself out over my driver's license. And all I had to do was pay $38. And I got my license back. Now, see, if I had just went on down to the DMV and asked them from the gate, I wouldn't even stress myself out. But I didn't. I was like, they ain't about to give me my license back. I'm gonna have to take this test. I'm gonna have to take the written test. I'm gonna have to take the driving test. All because I thought I owed them $300. But the ticket had been thrown away. All I had to do was pay the renewal fee of $38 and do the eye exam, where you, A, C, and they gave me my license. But because I was tripping, thinking that I was going to have to go through all this stuff, I didn't act on it when I should have. I could have been had my license back. That really put me in the mindset to be like, okay, next time just go down there and find out what's going on instead of sitting around tripping. I then went and got the book, was studying the book, was watching videos on YouTube, the driving test, and stressed myself out and everything. And I ain't had to do none of that mess. So whatever is going on, just act on it. Go do it. If it's the DMV, just go to the DMV. Make you an appointment. Go to the DMV. Talk to the DMV people. See what's going on. Work it out. If you got to pay a ticket, pay it. Do it. Don't just sit around waiting, because that waiting, you just going to stress yourself out and just be going through all of this unnecessary stuff, because all that stuff that I went through was so unnecessary. Do you know how many driving videos I watched? I was watching so many DMV driving videos that my husband was like, stop watching those videos. You are stressing yourself out. And I didn't have to do none of that. Now I'm out here driving. I got my license and everything. I'm out here driving. Okay, y'all. We've been on here 58 minutes. That's it. Uh Someone asked, do I do readings? Yes, I do. If you want a private reading, you can email me and set up an appointment, because I've had enough for today. I'm going to put my email. You can email me. These little things I will do for free. Okay? If you want a real in-depth reading, you will have to pay for those. But if you just have a question, you want the book of answers to answer for you, you can email me and I will send you your answer. But if you want something more detailed, you will have to email me and set up an appointment for a reading. If you are one of the members of the channel, of course, your readings are always free. You get one a month. That's free. And if you want anything more detailed than that, then you get a little discount on the reading. If you're a member, you get one free reading a month. And then if you want something different, you will get a discount on that. So Being a member does have its perks, but it's up to you to cash in on them. So people who are not members of the channel, you should take that into consideration because you do get extra. And I am getting ready to set it up so that you guys can call me. I do have that other phone number. So I am going to set that up so you guys can just call me. If I'm taking calls, I'll answer. If I'm not, I won't. Then you'll know. If I answer, it's all good. Okay? And you can just leave a message and I will call you back if I don't answer. So I am working on that um, right now, like soon. So come back tomorrow. People who did not get their questions answered today. I was hoping I would be able to go to the park and get out, but it's windy, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to go to the park because it was too windy, and I didn't feel like putting on a coat and all that bundling up and stuff. So it is getting a little windy. No, no, my prices aren't posted. When they message me and I find out what it is, I let them know about pricing then. Because people want different things. So my pricing is not the same across the board because what one person wants may not be, what the other person wants. So we talk about what it is that they need. Some people don't need what other people need, and so it won't be the same. So I don't like to put just a blanket price because some people want more than others and some people want less than others. So that's why we have to talk. So I will see you guys tomorrow, probably around the same time. Oh, okay, Moth Mama, send that to me on Instagram. Send that to me on Instagram so I can look it up because I do need to put everybody on a schedule because it kind of seems like y'all be forgetting that you have it, or either you're scared to say, "Oh no, Sean, can I get my reading?" Because I think it was Honeybee. She wanted hers, and when I texted her back and was like, "Hey, what's going on for the weekend?" She didn't answer me back. So I don't have a problem with you guys telling me that you ready. Just tell me you ready, and we can do it. If you can reach me on Instagram or um, Instagram is probably the easy. Either Instagram or email is the easiest way to get me. So um, hit me on one of those or on my business Facebook. I think I will get notified if you leave me a message there. Facebook Messenger, Carrier Pigeon, Dove, something. Y'all know I love birds. Send it by Raven, Vulture. I don't care. Okay. Oh my gosh. I saw a video yesterday where a baby deer went into a Walmart, just ran in the store. I guess through the service area, the back door, and like got stuck in between some shelves or something. And the Walmart employees rescued this deer. And, they got him out, him or her, and, was carrying it out the store. And I think they thought it was like really hurt because they said that it was bleeding a little bit. I guess where he ran in between the shells, he probably like maybe hurt itself or whatever. And when that deer, when they got that deer outside and let him go, I have never seen an animal run so fast before. And he did look back like he was like, thank you. But he was booking. Okay. That just made me feel good. That just like instilled in me, um, people do, it is still some people out here that, really love animals and would do anything to help an animal. I love animals. Now, would I love animals, but I'm so scary. Like, I don't know if I would be able to like touch I don't know. I probably would have been scared. I would have been helping move stuff out the way, but I don't think I would have been one of the people trying to pick the deer up because I am very fearful of animals like that. But I would have been helping, trying to, get the deer out and stuff. But it was just such a cute. It wasn't on YouTube. It was on TikTok, I think. It was just such a cute, one of those heart touching situations that these Walmart employees came together and like saved this little baby deer. Yeah, like I would be scared that, because when animals are scared, they will just like do things out of fear. Like they can bite or whatever because the animal is scared. Like they don't understand you're trying to help them. You can't say, "Oh, Bambi, I'm trying to help you get back to your mom." Bambi is like, "No, you're trying to hurt me." So I would have been freaked out, but it was so cute. They threw a coat or something over. I think that's probably how they were able to, keep the deer from fighting is they threw something over him or her. I keep wanting to say boy, but it didn't have horns or antlers or whatever. They threw something over it to, get it back outside and stuff. But, that always just warms the cockles of my heart when I see people coming together helping animals. So if you want to send a note by carrier pigeon and they come and the pigeon is friendly and they drop the note off, I'll be more than happy to accept it. Okay. Didn't they like have birds that delivered notes in Harry Potter? Didn't Harry Potter's didn't Harry Potter have like a white bird or something? I don't know, child. I'm just talking now. I'm finna go. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.